Question number 9, Mary Evans.
I would remind the Chamber that I am the Parliamentary Liaison Officer to the Cabinet Secretary. To ask the Scottish Government whether it has received assurances from the UK Government that it will not impose the changes to housing benefit for 18 to 21-year-olds in Scotland while discussions regarding a possible exemption are ongoing.
Minister Jean Freeman.
Thank you very much. I regret to say that no, we have not had that assurance. The DWP rejected our request to draft their regulations in such a way that would allow us to use existing Scotland Act powers so we could ensure young people do not lose access to much-needed housing support. Despite ongoing engagement and a number of requests to this effect, we have not received any reassurances from the UK Government, even though the DWP's regulations are expected to come into force on the 1st of April. This is both disappointing and dismissive of the difficulties that many young people face in obtaining and sustaining a tenancy in Scotland.
Mary Evans.
I thank the Minister for that response, which I agree is incredibly disappointing, because would the Minister agree with me that it is appalling that the Tory Government is removing housing support from vulnerable young people and that the impact of that policy will lead to a rise in homelessness of people in that age group?
Minister.
Yes, I do agree with that. I think the policy will clearly lead to a rise in homelessness amongst the age group, the 18 to 21-year-olds that we're talking about. And our commitment as a government, of course, is to retain housing benefit support for that age group. The ludicrous consequence of the UK Government's policy is that if a young person is assessed as homeless, our strong homeless legislation in Scotland means that they will be entitled to a minimum of temporary accommodation and therefore will become eligible for the housing element of the universal credit, but will not be able to move into settled accommodation without losing that entitlement again. As the Chief Executive Officer of Centrepoint said, the UK Government should scrap the policy rather than try to make a bad policy work.
Question